So I've talked a lot about how Joey doesn't update his game, but I've never really talked about the lasting effects of this. And the main thing that this really does when you do not update your game is basically what happens to your player base. Now, Toontown has it has an okay sized, I don't even know. What do you consider big? What do you consider small? I don't know. Toontown has a pretty rabid cult following in the people. I'm not saying rabid as in a lot, but the people who like Toontown really, really like Toontown. Now, this group of people really want to see this game updated. And basically, within that group of people, a lot of them basically always look to Joey because Toontown Rewritten is the biggest private server. And what happens when Joey does not update the game is a lot of them usually start getting angry. That's what happens. Usually, in content droughts of anything, people start getting angry. They say, "Where's the content? Come on, what are you doing?" And we saw this kind of phase in previous years where people would more be angry, like, "Come on, give us the content." But now we're honestly kind of in a fatigued state. I cannot talk. Fatigued state. Where basically a lot of people just don't really care anymore. You know, a lot of people are just kind of like, yeah, I don't think anything's really going to happen with Toontown Rewritten. So I'm just not going to play it. I've heard this a lot of times with people where they're just fatigued and they don't think anything's going to happen. And personally, I think that is a terrible thing for our community to think. Now, basically how I think about Toontown Rewritten now is I think we're going to get, basically, if you want my outline, I think we're going to get one okay content update, okay, not good, not bad, just all right, every year. I think that's what we can expect from Toontown Rewritten. For example, in August of 2017, they added parties and they added 2 new tunes. That's what I'd consider an okay update. It's really, I don't know, it might be pushing it to say it's good. It's something. That's an update that I would say you should release before just the really big update. Like, that we're gonna release this to kind of hold you over, but no, we've got this big update coming. That's kind of what I can expect from Toontown Rewritten. What are we gonna see this year? In my prediction, field offices? Question mark? We might see field offices. Maybe. I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. If we're going to see it, it'll probably be in August. Again, that's what I'd consider an okay update. I mean, field offices were in Toontown. I don't think, and that's another thing, I don't think field offices are going to add players into the game. I really don't even think Deers and Crocodiles added players into the game, Joey. I think it brought a lot of Toontown addicts back to the game and had them play through it again. But that's not expanding your player base. That's just getting the same people to play through the game again. Which doesn't really do anything if you're a community server, I'm going to be honest. Because if you're a paid company, that's like, okay, well, these people have to pay for membership again. Okay, you got the Toontown addicts to play the game again. I mean, I think it's in everyone's best interest to make new content. I don't know why this is so alien to Joey. If you make new content, it gets people back into the game, and it gets new players back into the game. I know so many people who used to play Toontown who would actually play Toontown Rewritten if you added, like, I don't know, just anything. Add the executive office. So many people would play. Because that's the thing. Toontown addicts will play if you add anything. There were people really, really excited when you added the card fetch quest in April. Toontown addicts will really play anything. That's why they're called Toontown addicts. But add new content. Do something. Because the state that we're in now is just the mental state that we're in now, I think might be the worst I've ever seen in Toontown. Or at least in Toontown Rewritten. Because the state we're in now, pretty much anyone I talk to will say, I don't think Toontown Rewritten is ever going to update. And I'm just waiting for Corporate Clash to come out. That's what a lot of people say now. I am, if you want my opinion on that, I'm a bit iffy about Corporate Clash. The game's not out yet. I think some of their mechanics are a bit too, I don't know. I don't want to say too much on it yet because, of course, the game isn't out yet. I think a lot of their mechanics are interesting, but they kind of stray away from Toontown. But anyways, that's topic for another day. I really think the main core Toontown experience is going to come from Toontown Rewritten. Will Corporate Clash overtake Toontown Rewritten? Probably not. I don't see it. We're seeing an Altus situation. For anyone who doesn't know, in 2016 of December, Altus, Project Altus, had like 500 players online, which was pretty good when it launched. And some people were like, is this going to overtake Toontown? Now, the owner, DeVito, wasn't very good. Now, I don't know if this was DeVito's fault. He did other stupid things. But the game got hacked. People were opening tabs on people's computers. And Project Altus kind of died. It completely died. That literally killed it in 1 second. And that's one of those things where it's like, yeah, if you have a security breach that big, you're kind of done. It's kind of like, okay, first strike, you're out. Now, Corporate Clash is coming along, and that's technically a branch of Altus, because Altus closed. And we'll see if Corporate Clash is good. That's kind of a terrible, because, and some people are going to say I'm getting off topic here, but that's literally what people are talking about. People are literally saying, I will Toontown Rewritten. I'm just going to wait for Corporate Clash. I don't know. Does Joey understand this? That when competition arises, then you have to do better. Now, when Toontown Infinite was a thing in like, what, 2014, 2015? I don't even know. 2013? Oh my gosh, this game's been open for like half a decade. Oh god, and we have no new content. Oh jeez. But when Toontown Infinite opened, they basically said, during the beta, you were going to keep your tunes. Now, a lot of people might not remember this, but in the beta of Toontown Rewritten, they originally said we were going to wipe all the tunes. Now, the second Toontown Infinite said, all right, guys, you guys get to keep your tunes. Then Rewritten, about a week later, said, all right, you guys can keep your tunes in the beta too, because they didn't want to lose their players. So my best thing with Corporate Clash is, hey, if Corporate Clash is a success and people start jumping from Rewritten to Corporate Clash, Joey might have that same mindset and say, okay, crap, we can't really play around now. Let's actually do something. Was it 2014? I think. I don't know. Timeline. Even if this game's been open for like 4 years. But yeah, that's my say on it. I don't really think... I just think the community's in a really bad state right now. I hope it gets better. Toonfest is coming up. Oh, great. Toonfest!